Guys, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here and you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Linda, and in today's video we are going to be doing an eyeshadow tutorial for beginners. So in case you have always wondered how to do eyeshadow, this is a basic, very easy, simple way to do your eyeshadow. Also, if you feel like my voice is weird, it is no, why am I doing this? If you feel like my voice is weird, it is cold because you know we're in June. So like when it's cold, my nose gets blocked. That's why I sound like this. So let's get on to the tutorial. As you can see, I have already done my eyebrows so that I can frame my face, and now we are going to be moving to our eyeshadow. So for my eyeshadow, first I want to prime my eyelids so that the colors that are on my palette will pop even more, especially because I tend to have dark eyelids and under eyes. I prefer to prepare my canvas using a primer, and also the colors pop. That's the main reason why you always prime your eyelids. So to prime my eyelids, I'm going to be using the Elegant Pro Conceal yellow corrector. This is how it looks, and I'm just going to be putting a little on the back of my hands. This is how it looks. It's yellow. And then I'm going to be taking a flat brush. This is the one that I use to conceal my eyebrows, and I'm just going to be taking the yellow corrector that I have put on the back of my hands, and I'm just going to be placing it on my eyelids like so. The reason why I use the yellow corrector is because it is really bright. Like, it will make the colors pop even more. Even the primers that people sell for eyeshadow usually look like very bright. That's why I use the yellow corrector. So I'm just going to be placing on my eyelids using the flat brush that I've just shown you. And then to blend it, I'm going to be using this brush. This is a fluffy brush. It's kind of angled. I don't know if you can see. Yes, so I'm going to be taking this and just using it on where I have placed the yellow corrector, and then blending it so that it can be able to be spread well, so that it can prepare my canvas to be used. So I'm just going to be doing this. I don't know if you can see how bright my eyelids look now. Now that I am satisfied with how it looks, I am going to be setting it with some powder. I have brought you closer so that you can be able to see my eyeshadow application well. And for today's eyeshadow, I am going to be using the Masquerade palette by Juvia, and that is what I am going to be using to achieve today's look. So I just keep throwing things to the side. I'll collect them later, but I don't know why. I'm those people who, when I buy eyeshadow, I don't throw this paper, this thing. I just let it stay there. Anyway, this is the palette we are working with today, and you've seen, if you follow me on my other social media platforms, I'm sure you've seen this palette somewhere, because I just like this palette. It is good and beginner friendly. It's the one that I first started to use when I was getting into makeup, and I have just continued to love it, and I don't know, I just like it. So first things first, I am going to be taking the color Giza, which is so ironical because this one is the one that is called Giza, and if you can see it, it's very bright, this one. So I'm going to be taking Giza first to set my eyelids, as I had mentioned earlier. So yes, I'm going to just do that. So next, I am going to be using this fluffy brush to apply my transition shade. So if you don't know, we have two types of, okay, let's just say at beginner level, we have the transition shade and the shimmer shades. Okay, that plane is passing, let's just wait for it. So what we are working with, we have the transition and the shimmer shade. Transition shade, let me show you example, is like these ones. They have the consistency of a powder, the normal powder that you apply on the face, like this one, this other ones. Then we have shimmer shades. As you can see, they even have those shiny things. We have this here, have this. Yes, so those are the shimmer shades. So first, when you're applying your eyeshadow, you have to start with with your transition shade. And as I had said earlier, I am going to be using this flat brush so that I can be able to blend the eyeshadow well. So it is good to work with small amounts, because you can be able to like add if you are not satisfied with the way it looks, than working with big amounts and then you end up with something that you cannot be able to remove. So I am going to be taking the color Zulu, which is this color. I don't know what that person is hitting, but just bear with me. But anyway, we have this, it's Zulu. That's the warm brown shade, it's the bronzy shade. This is what I'm going to be using on my eyelid first. So I'm just going to be picking, hey, what the hell did I just say? I'm going to be picking it, then I'm going to tap like this, because I am okay of the fallout and I don't want excess. Sorry about that, another aeroplane was passing. Like today everything is just working against me, I don't know, but I refuse that spirit. Anyway, I was saying that you should tap your once you have picked the color you are going to be using, you should tap off the excess so that you avoid fallout, and so that you don't end up using excess eyeshadow than you need, because you want to build up to the look that you want, rather than just, you know, I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but yes, that's what I mean. So I am just going to be taking my fluffy brush, because as I have already picked the product, and then just tapping the eyeshadow that I have picked. As you can see, the color has not really showed up yet, so I'm going to be picking some more. Still Zulu, I'm still picking the color Zulu, tapping the excess, and then yeah, now it's starting to show up. I am going to be working with the nude colors, because that is what is best for a beginner. It is easy for you to work with these nude colors than the colors that are out there. As you can see, it has lightly started showing up on my face. I have started by tapping it onto my face first, because this color is brown and it won't be seen if I just come in and start swiping. So I'm picking it, tapping off the excess, then tapping it onto my eyelid, and then I'm just using windshield motions to do this, or wiper hiyo kitu ya gari. I'm just doing it like this so that I get the color on there. And for me, with my eyeshadow, what I do to this eye, I like to do to this side, unless I am doing a cut crease look, which is not the case today. So I'm going to be using my normal way. I'm just going to picking, cutting it onto the eye so that the color shows up, because it's a bronzy brown. If I don't do that, it won't show up. So just tap it on first. I don't know why it doesn't show up the way I want it to. You can see. Let me continue building it up, and maybe it will look the way I want it to look. I'm satisfied with the way it looks. I'm going to be going in with a darker shade, a darker brown, which is the color Burkina, and this is it. This is Burkina right here. So I am going to be taking Burkina and be using this on my outer V. If you did not know the parts of the eye when you're doing makeup, this is the outer V, and then this one is the area above the crease. Then here hapa mali kuna kitu imekunjika, that is where we call the crease. So I've already placed the color Burkina on here, and I'm just going to be putting it on my outer V. I'm using this darker color to darken my outer V. If it does not show up the way I want it, I could even use black, but I think if I build it up it will. So I'm just going to be patting it on my outer V first so that it shows up, because the contrast between the two browns is not that big. Just keep on adding until you get the color that you desire. So I'm still adding the color Burkina. If you can see, it has started darkening towards the end here. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking I'm going to be taking this tissue and just removing that, I don't know if you can see, removing that excess Then I am just going to be blending like these two colors here to match them. There is not much difference because they are both browns. Yes, but I'm just going to be doing that to ensure that it is evenly blended, like it looks like it has a gradient, like it's not just like this. Now that both my eyes look alike, I am going to be moving on to the shimmer shade. Yes, because this was a beginner tutorial, I did not want to use so many colors. That's why I used two close shades of brown, and I'm going to be just using another close kind of color to this look, the shimmer that I'm going to be using, because I do not want to make it complicated since this is a beginner tutorial. So for the shimmer shade, I am going to be taking the color Casablanca, which is this color right here. It is close to the browns. And then I am just going to be using a flat brush to apply this shimmer shade. So I'm going to be taking the shimmer. This one is the one that gives most fallout, I don't know why. And then I'm going to just be applying it on my crease, which is this part, as I had said. And you can see the color has started appearing. You just do it in soft motions. Once you are satisfied by how it looks, you are just going to be blending these two colors, these places together, so that it doesn't look like you just went there and added something shiny. So I'm going to be taking the brush I was using before, which is this one. And then I'm just going to be blending here and here so that it looks like a smooth gradient, so that the colors match and it just looks blended. I'm going to be taking this brush that I had used to apply the shimmer and just be transitioning the two eyeshadow together, just like this. I think it's fully blended. So now my eyeshadow look is done. Let me come closer and look down so that you can see. As you can see, I have blended it. It's just a simple look, nothing very complicated. So I want to clean this place so that it can look like it's winged or something. I want to clean this place here. So I am going to be taking my what is it called, my foundation, which is this one, the Fit Me by Maybelline, in the number 340. Yes, and I am just going to be placing it at the back of my hand as usual. I placed a lot and I'm just using it for a little thing. And then I am going to be taking my flat brush and dipping it at the back of my hand and making sure it is completely flat. Then I am going to be lining it with my lower lash line. Then just doing this. I don't know if you can see, but it is making it appear at least neater. So you're just going to be doing that. Then I'm just going to be blending it. So when I put my eyeliner, it is going to be like, even if you are doing the cutter, it will join with this. But no, I'm not doing that look today, so I'm just going to be blending that foundation that I've placed here. And then do the same to the other eye, then come back. Let me go back and do the rest of the face, then I'll be back to finish the look. So this is the final look. You could leave it here if you're satisfied. I just did a lip gloss and brown liner. Yes, and I feel like it goes with the look. Anyway, the reason why I came back was to show you if you need to add something, like you can also put eyeshadow on your lower waterline here. You can put it there if you want to. So I'm just going to take, I had these two transition shades, so the one that I prefer to put there is this warm one, because this is the cool one. So that is Zulu. I'm just going to use the same brush I used to apply the shimmer. I have first wiped it with the tissue as I showed you before. so I'm just going to put it right down here. You can see the difference with the two eyes. This one has, let me try to make it more, you can join here, you can see there is a space, you can join so that it becomes a continuous line. Let me do this to the same eye, to the other eye, then come back. So once you are done doing the eyeshadow over here and you feel like there is some fallout, just do it like this. Remove it using the powder brush. This is the powder brush that I have used to put the finishing powder on my face. Anyway, this is my final look. I am pretty happy with how it has come out. Yes, and in case, I hope this tutorial has been of help to you. In case you have any request that you would like me to do on makeup, don't forget to leave it in the comments down below. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe for new videos every week, and follow me on my socials, which are Instagram and TikTok. Yes, and I will link them down below, and I will also put them on the screen here. Yes, so let me do that thing where you pause so that people see your look. Till next time, bye bye.